everybody, welcome back to another episode of Cooking with Lauren. And you're probably like, Shalonda, what are you doing? This is not how you usually set up. And I thought we would do it vlog style today because it is Saturday and I'm about to start prepping for my Easter dinner tomorrow. So I was like, I think this will be a good video for Cooking with Lauren. I can show you guys because I'm sure tomorrow, like when I upload the plate and what we ate and stuff like that, people gonna be like, we need this on Cooking with Lauren. So I was just like, I thought this would be a good idea. So yeah, I'm going to show you guys vlog style how I prepare my Easter dinner. So it's a soul food dinner. On the menu we got fried chicken, ham, macaroni and cheese, what is it, string beans, potato salad, sauerkraut. Yeah, I think that's all. So I'm gonna show you guys how I prep those. Certain things I'm gonna have to prep tonight, the day before, certain things in the morning, blah blah blah. So I'm gonna show you guys how I work it out, and maybe you can replicate these recipes at home when you want to do like a nice soulful Sunday dinner. So if you want to see how I make all these things, just keep on watching. All right guys, so first up on our menu, I'm gonna start with the potato salad. And I'm starting with the potato salad because it tastes better, you know, if it sits overnight. And of course you want it to be cold when you serve it for your guests. So I'm gonna start that tonight. I just have some regular russet potatoes here, and I have a big pot, and it's just, I'm only cooking for me and Henry, so I only need, you know, a little bit of potatoes. And I'm gonna fill this big pot up with water. I have my chicken down here, they are defrosting. So I'm gonna let this go ahead and fill up. Let me turn it on the opposite way. I'm gonna let this fill up, and then I'm gonna put that on the stove and wait for it to come to a boil. And then afterwards, I'm gonna go ahead and wash my potatoes. It's crazy that out of all the utensils in my house and the gadgets and stuff, I do not have a vegetable peeler. So I'm just going to, you know what, I'm just gonna, let me get a smaller knife. Give you a taste of your medicine. All right, so yeah, I'm just peeling my potatoes by hand. And the crazy thing is, I saw a potato peeler this weekend. I mean, a vegetable peeler this weekend, and I was like, I don't need it. All right, y'all, so I chopped up the potatoes. So the key when you're like boiling pretty much anything that you have to cut, you want to make all your pieces uniform, because that way your you know, whatever it is that you're cooking will cook evenly. So I'm gonna show you guys how I cut that up. I got one last potato that I can show an example. Baby, can you show them this real quick? I just cut it down the middle, then I turn it on its open side, and this is a small one, so I'm gonna just cut it in half one time, cut the other one in half the other time, and then I'm gonna turn this into 3 chunks. So just like that. Thanks, babe. So now they're all uniform pieces. So our actually, let me grab a napkin. I'm in a paper towel because now my hands are nasty. Okay, water's boiling back here. So now I'm gonna go in my little spice cabinet and grab some salt, because you always want to season your water. Don't ever put your food in some unseasoned water, okay? And I'm gonna just sprinkle salt in here, and that's gonna help season our potatoes. And now I'm just going to load our potatoes on this little ladle thing and put them in the water. So I'll talk to y'all in a bit. I got all of our potatoes in the pot, right? So these are gonna cook for like 15 minutes. And what you want, you gotta wash the potatoes when you're making the potato salad, because you don't want them to be mushy like you making mashed potatoes, but then you also don't want them to be too firm. All right guys, so these are all the condiments that I use for my potato salad. So we're using some mayonnaise, this is Kraft Mayo, regular mustard, some sweet relish, and we're just gonna use a little bit of Grey Poupon. Anytime I'm using mustard in something, I like to add Grey Poupon as well, because Grey Poupon is just such like a richer mustard, whereas the yellow mustard is just like basic. So this is the bougie mustard, y'all. So I'm gonna show you guys how I'm gonna make it real quick. This this is what it's looking like right now. There we go. Next thing I'm gonna do is prepare our chicken legs, and I'm gonna marinate them overnight in buttermilk. Y'all, if you don't marinate your chicken in buttermilk, like your fried chicken in buttermilk, even like I think like your pork chops would be good too. I don't know what you're doing. Not only does the buttermilk give it like a good flavor and it makes the chicken tender, it makes the skin so crispy and like juicy. So I'm gonna show you guys how I marinate my chicken. So I got some buttermilk over here, hot sauce, paprika, regular black pepper, cayenne pepper, garlic powder, and salt. And that's what the chicken is going to marinate in. So I got this bowl here. And I'm going to just go ahead and, like I said, I'm going to eyeball it, but I'll give you guys some recipes down below. All this up together, and it's just going to make this beautiful like orangish color sauce. So I already got our chicken legs. They're here. They've already been cleaned and stuff. So I'm just going to put our chicken legs in the buttermilk mixture, and you don't have to season the chicken right now. We're going to season it before we flour it tomorrow, but right now we just want that marinade to just penetrate the meat. So don't be afraid to get your hands in there, move the meat around, make sure each one is coated with the buttermilk. I forgot to tell y'all that I added carrots to my potato salad mix. Totally forgot to mention that. So I chopped up some carrots very, very finely and added it in there. We got our potatoes here. I let them sit out and dry out a little bit because of course you don't want wet potatoes to go into your potato salad. So I'm gonna just add the potatoes into the bowl. Oopsie. Hey guys, it's Sunday. It's bright and early. I think it's like, it gotta be like 8:30, 8:45 right now. And before we get ready for church, I wanna go ahead and show you guys how I prep my string beans. Now, the string beans aren't gonna take a while because they're canned. If you were making like fresh string beans, then you will probably wanna start this process the night before. But like I said, since they're already cooked and they're canned and they're already pretty much tender, all I'm really doing is adding flavor to them. So I got my crock pot here, and then I'm gonna pour these other string beans that I'm using. This is the, let me get it to focus. This is the Monte cut green beans with no added salt. So I'm just gonna pour these. Oh, I thought it was in my crock pot. I'm just gonna pour these in my crock pot. I already drained them. So I got about 3 cans here. I got an extra one just in case I need another can. But this looks good. This looks good for just Henry and I. And then I have a smoked turkey neck. I got mine from Walmart. This is the Smithfield brand, but you can use whatever brand you want. And it comes like 3 or 4 in the pack. I had these in the freezer since like New Year's Eve, so I'm just using the extra one that I have, and it looks like this. The smoked turkey neck down in there. And my hands are clean, of course, and then I bury it in string beans so that they all get some flavor. And even so, that turkey smoked turkey neck bone will just cook down and flavor the entire pot. So you really don't have to do that at all. Next thing I'm gonna add is some chicken broth. This is just a Great Value brand because I was being cheap. You could also use the Swanson brand. So I'm gonna pour all of this chicken broth in here, and this should cover up the string beans. I'm going to add a chicken bouillon cube. Because it's only a little pot, I'm only going to add half because the chicken broth will give it flavor, but it will not add salt. So the chicken bouillon cube will add that salt flavor that you're looking for. stuff that's floating on the top is the chicken bouillon cube, and of course it'll break down as it cooks. So I'm just gonna cut this on high, put the lid on it, and then I will serve those once our Easter dinner is ready. It's so simple. The crock pot does everything for you. You don't have to worry about burning down your house with keeping a pot on the stove while you're at church. So hey y'all, so we just got back home from church and I'm about to check on the string beans for the first time. They smell so good. As soon as we walked through the door, I could smell them. Here we go. Let's see. Ooh. All right y'all, here go the string beans. Look at this. They smell so good. It smells like this turkey, this neck bone. Oh my goodness, and it's just falling off the bone. Let me show y'all. Let me get a big, I can't get it. Oh, it done fogged up the camera. I'm just like shredding it. Look at it. See how it's just falling apart? So I'm gonna just break up this neck bone into the string beans so all that flavor can just seep into the string beans. All right y'all, so I got a couple things working back here. This is the pan that I'm going to use to fry my chicken in, and that's going right now. I got a pot of boiling water back there going for my macaroni noodles, and then I got my sauerkraut going back here. That is just a package of sauerkraut and some syrup to make it a little bit sweet. So those things are going, and right now we are about to start shredding our cheese for our macaroni and cheese. And let me show you kind of cheeses that I use. So one, this is Cracker Barrel, the Cracker Barrel brand. I like this brand. This is just regular sharp cheddar cheese. And then I also have Asiago cheese, and then in the fridge I have extra sharp cheddar cheese. I'm also going to use a little bit of milk and cream cheese as well, but I'm gonna keep those in the fridge for right now. If you're not using your cheese, you want to keep it in the refrigerator, especially if it's a block like this that you need to grate, because if you are using like room temperature or like hot cheese, it's going to be so hard to grate on a box grater. So try to keep it as cold, or even if it's like frozen, that will be best as well. All right y'all, I'm using these Ronzoni elbow noodles for my macaroni and cheese. The water is boiling, so I'm gonna add some olive oil to the pot so that our noodles don't stick. And then of course I'm gonna grab some salt to flavor our water, which will flavor our pasta. So I'm gonna use about half this box. I don't really need that much. That's more than enough. And make sure that your water comes to a boil before you add your noodles in there. If you are adding your noodles before the water even boils, I don't know what you're doing. Oh my goodness, y'all. I just reached into the cabinet and totally forgot that I wanted to make black-eyed peas as well. So I got black-eyed peas on the stove. I didn't do anything with these. These are just, actually let me grab it out the trash real quick so y'all can see. These are the Hanover brand black-eyed peas, and all I did was drain them. Drain the whatever that is that they soaking in. I drained them, put them in the pan, and then I just added a little bit of salt and some they are covered in chicken stock, so those will be going as well. Let's check on our macaroni. Macaroni is cooking back here, and you want these to be like al dente because of course we're going to finish them off in the oven. And that reminds me, let me turn on the oven. I'm gonna bake these at like, I guess like 375. Oh, that pan is so hot. All right y'all, so we got all that stuff over there working, right? And now we're going to start working on our coating for our chicken legs. So this is just all-purpose flour, regular all-purpose flour, and you can eyeball how much flour you need based upon how much chicken you are cooking. So I'm gonna add some salt in. I'm gonna also add some seasonal. Mind you, the chicken is already going to have so much flavor because it's been marinating in that buttermilk. I guess I didn't turn on the oven. Okay, whatever. It's already been marinating in the buttermilk, so the chicken meat is going to have so much flavor. The coating is really just going to be for the skin. So I just added in some black pepper. I'm going to add in Add in some more cayenne pepper, like spicy, and some garlic powder and paprika, and I'm gonna mix this up and show you guys in a second. Our macaroni just came out. It's nice and hot, so I went ahead and seasoned it with salt and pepper. That's really it, because again, you want to flavor everything from the bottom up. And then I'm gonna go ahead and start making the bechamel sauce for our macaroni and cheese. So I have just a little saucepan here, and I'm gonna add some milk. This is 2% milk. And I'm gonna let this heat up very, very slowly. So I don't know if you guys have ever made a bechamel sauce and then you pour it over your macaroni and cheese. You bake your macaroni and cheese, and then when your macaroni and cheese comes out, the cheese is gritty. And that's because you are melting the cheese at too high of a temperature. Cheese, of course, has protein in it, and when you try to melt it on such a high temperature, the protein will separate from whatever it is. I don't know, I can't remember, but the protein will separate from the other part, and that's what makes your cheese gritty. So we're just going to heat up the milk very slowly so that when we add the cheese in, it doesn't separate, and we'll have a nice creamy macaroni and cheese consistency. I'm gonna also grab my cream cheese, because I'm gonna melt this as well. I have no clean stuff. All right, so I'm gonna just take a little block of cream cheese, not much. Clean hands, of course. I'm gonna add this into the milk. If you have heavy cream, then I like to use heavy cream more than I do milk, or even like half and half. Cream cheese is finally melted down, so now we're going to add some of the cheese, some of the cheddar, some of the Asiago, but we're also going to reserve some to incorporate throughout the macaroni and cheese as well, so don't use all of it. So I'm just going to keep adding this in, and then I'm just going to whisk this, and like I said, it should melt very, very slowly. So I'm just going to whisk this until, you know, it becomes a nice sauce and all the cheese has melted down. So our cheese sauce has formed. It's nice and, you know, cheesy. So now I'm going to flavor the sauce with some garlic powder, some pepper, Holy Ghost fire, and a little bit of salt. And then I'm going to whisk this up. And then finally, we're going to finish off this macaroni and cheese, and it's going to go in the oven. So here are the noodles with the salt and pepper on it, and this I just sprayed the pan with some Pam, and then I'm gonna add in 1 egg just so the egg can kind of like bind it together. The bechamel sauce should bind it in itself, but just in case, so I'm adding in 1 egg, and then I'm gonna add in our cheese sauce. Yo, cheese sauce looks so good, and it smells good. So I'm gonna just mix this up so that each piece of macaroni is covered in some bechamel. This is what the mac is looking like right now, and then we have to add our cheeses. So I'm gonna just mix up the cheese and add it in and mix it up. So this is going to go into the oven on 375 degrees for like 30 minutes or until it's nice and golden brown on the top and it's nice and combined in the middle. So I had the chicken legs draining here on a paper towel because you don't want any of the excess buttermilk. They've already marinated, so the buttermilk has done its job. And I put the flour mixture in 2 bags. It just makes it easier to clean up. So I'm gonna just toss a few chicken legs in here. And then I'm gonna just shake them up. These are about to go into some hot oil. So I'm gonna just shake them, shake off that excess flour. These are gonna cook for about 15 minutes until they are golden brown. A real 15 minutes. You don't want to overcrowd your pan, because when you overcrowd your pan and you're frying, that'll actually lower the temperature of your oil and it'll make what you're frying soggy instead of crispy. Oh my gosh, look at this golden brownness, y'all. So I got my drums sitting up like this so that they can drain, and I got some more over here as well. So the fried chicken is done. Everything is pretty much done. I think the last thing that I'm waiting on, oh, hello Zoom. Let me zoom this out. I think the last thing that I'm waiting on is the macaroni and cheese. Oh my gosh, this is looking so good. Look at that. Look at that, look at that, look at that. I'm gonna give that like 5 or 6 more minutes. Macaroni and cheese just came out the oven. It's looking so good, and I know it's piping hot. And I just got the ham going here in the pan, and that'll be it, y'all. Everything is ready. It might have took us 2 days, but everything is ready. It's gonna be full of flavor. I can't wait to dig in. Look at these glorious plates. Y'all, we got our plates. We have everything here. Oh, you know what I'm forgetting? The potato salad. Let's grab this potato salad out of here. We're gonna add this onto our plates. But guys, look at this food. It looks so scrumptious. We got our fried chicken leg, the ham that we just cooked, baked macaroni and cheese, sauerkraut, black-eyed peas, and those beautiful string beans that we cooked for like 24 hours. This is looking so good, babe. You ready to eat? He over there laying down. What'd you say, babe? He said he ready to eat. So y'all, we are about to smash. I want to thank you guys for watching and tuning in to another episode of Cooking with Lawn. I hope you enjoy, you know, how I switched things up this week, vlog style, and I hope to see you guys next week. If you recreate any of these recipes, because I know I gave y'all a lot today, but if you recreate any of them, make sure you tag me on Instagram and use my hashtag Cooking with Lawn. So I'll see you guys next week, same time, same place, different recipe.